what an odd time to come on a live stream. I know it is odd, right? I know, guys. So, hi everybody. Welcome, guys. Welcome to my channel. So, my name is Sarah, and yeah, guys, please, as you come into my live stream, please remember to subscribe. Please remember to also like. And please do also remember to put the notification button on. Alright guys, and if you can, you are free to share this video. So guys, yeah, welcome everybody. It is an odd time. I should be sleeping, right guys? But I'll tell you why. The secret is why I have to sleep early hours of the morning. The secret is because I won't feel hungry during the day. Yeah, I'll be falling asleep. I'll be fast asleep. Okay, guys? So for me, basically on this water fast journey, today is my 15th day. Today, the 1st of May. It is my 15th day on this water fast journey. So naturally, guys, I'm feeling very hungry. Okay, I'm feeling very hungry, but guys, luckily I do not have food in the house. Okay, I do not have food in the house. Well, there is food. If I wanted to cook, I could cook. Okay, I do have some legumes. I can cook those because that is what I eat mainly. So, but when I say food, it's those tempting foods like cookies, chocolates, biscuits to make tea, you know. At least I haven't got those. So, which is really good. And so also at this stage of my fasting, there's no way that I can just, cook food and eat it. I would need to basically break my fast correctly. So yeah, guys, to be honest with you, me having to sleep in the afternoon, early hours of the morning, it helps me not feel hungry in the day. That is the secret behind it. Okay, it's not that I'm failing to sleep. I've just turned it around so that I sleep daytime when I am really feeling hungry and tempted to eat. At least daytime I'll be sleeping. Okay, nighttime I'm not that much tempted to eat. So at least I can read. Like today I did a lot of reading. Okay guys, I sat up, and as you can see, I'm still sitting up, and basically I was reading. Okay, I read 5 chapters, is it 4 to 5 chapters of the book that I am currently reading. So within 7 days I would like to complete like 10 books. Okay, I would like to read like 10 books from my iPad on Kindle. Okay, so I buy books from Amazon and I store them on Kindle, you know. So I would like to read 10 of them. So it's like, yeah, after this live stream I'm going to read some more because I want to do up to maybe 10 chapters tonight actually. Okay, before the morning. Yeah, so guys, the secret is that I sleep daytime and then I'm awake nighttime. The reason for that is so that I do not feel hungry. Okay, so hunger for me bites me in the daytime. So yeah, at daytime I'll be sleeping. By the time I wake up, like, okay, I'm not even feeling hungry. Okay guys, so that is why I'm awake at this time, sitting up. Okay guys, and reading a book. So how are you all doing? So this is I did a video. Well, the time is maybe nearly 2 a.m. right now. So Depends where you are watching me from, guys. Please leave comments in the comment section below. Leave Let me know where you are watching me from. So I'm doing this live stream in London, England. Okay, guys, that is where I'm doing this live stream, and I suppose it's nearly 2 a.m. in the morning, London time. Okay, guys, London, UK time. So let me know, where are you watching me from? I do believe that the audience in the UK, they are asleep right now. Okay, so I do believe that I'm catching viewers from other continents where we have a huge time gap. Okay, so yeah, it's a good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Yeah, guys. So how's everybody doing here, guys? I'm doing really well, and I'm so excited. Today is the 1st of May, and yeah, guys. So I'm just counting days now. Okay, just a few days to get to 21 days. Yeah. Oh my God, guys, I've lost a lot of weight. I bought some PJs prior to starting my fast, and because I had a little bit of weight on, now those PJs are actually a little bit big. Okay, they are actually a little bit big, guys. Do you know what? In fact, I wasn't even weighing myself. All I knew is that my clothes were not fitting very well. Okay, that is all I knew. I didn't want to weigh myself because I knew that I had put on a little bit of weight this winter. So yeah, it shows because, guys, by now, guys, to be honest with you, I should have I should have lost a little bit more. Okay. Normally when I do water fast, right, and I'm the right weight, I will lose a lot. I will lose a lot of weight. So by week 2, I'll be planning to break my fast because I'm thinking, hey, will I be wearing size 0? So maybe it's time to break the fast. Okay, but right now it's a little bit different because I'm not I'm not trying to break this fast. Okay, because I still feel that, you know, there's still some weight I need to lose. So what's gonna happen? Would I continue after 21 days of fasting? I may and I may not. But here's the thing: if I don't continue water fasting, I will be doing intermittent fasting. So during intermittent fasting and also eating healthy, watching what I eat, okay, many fruit and veg, and even with fruit and veg, it will be mainly veg, okay, guys. I'll be on a low carb diet. Probably sweet potato will be one of the main carbs, okay, in my in my in my diet. Maybe I could literally I roast my sweet potato with my roast veg. I can roast it like that, and then I can cook some legumes, some beans, and then I'll eat my what do you call it? My I can do some salmon, but I think I just want to stick to plant-based meals at the moment. And so yeah, those will be my meals, guys, when I cut this fast. And then if I want a dessert, I'll just do some a fruit salad, okay? And not too much fruit though, but yeah, I'll do a fruit salad because fruit has a lot of sugar. Anyway, guys, so yeah, and then what I will be doing is that I will be intermittent fasting even when I start to eat. Okay, I will be intermittent fasting because intermittent fasting helps lose weight. So I can I can eat, say for example, I can eat from 8 o'clock to maybe I can just have one meal a day, okay, and that will be lunch. All right, that is my only meal, okay, and then I'll skip breakfast, um, I'll have early lunch. Okay, and why early lunch? Because you know what? When you eat late, um, it causes weight gain because you are inactive, right? Then you go to sleep. But then when I have an early lunch, it means that I can basically, um, you know, use up that use that up. Maybe even walk around, right? And then I eat the following day. Okay, those are the sort of intermittent fasting that I will be doing. Okay, or sometimes really literally going for 2 days, just water fasting. So yeah, this would be what I will be doing consistently. And every now and then, if I want to eat anything I want, I will, but I will compensate with exercise and also the intermittent fasting. So yeah, guys, I'm feeling so great. Thank you guys for all of you that are here watching. Okay, I do appreciate your presence, and yeah, thank you so much. I've just been reading a book, and I just thought, you know what? Let me do part. So probably this is a part two of my video yesterday. I was talking about betrayal. Okay, guys, I was talking about betrayal, where people think that they can pull a rug from underneath your feet and betray you to bring suffering, to bring humiliation, to to really harass and bully you. I want to say that be very careful who you do that to, because not everybody, you look at and think they are weak. Not every You can't do that to everybody. So um, the people that have tried to do this to me, you know yourselves. You do know yourselves. So as much as I do have subscribers here who are actually innocently watching these live streams, I also have people who are interested. They want to know what it is I'm saying about them, because I've been speaking up about the continued harassment. The continued harassment, guys. And so they just want to hear, what is it that I'm saying today? Have I mentioned their name? Have I mentioned the organization they work from? And they're trying to find fault. I can assure you, it's a no. It's a no-go area when you do that at innocent people, and that will mark the end of your era in terms of how you treat people. You know, after this, you will learn that you can't judge a book by its cover. So, guys, let's be considerate towards one another. And some of you people that hold on to grudges, and even grudges that, some people, sometimes you don't even know why somebody holds a grudge against you, you know, and they're just coming after you relentlessly. And I think that there comes a time, right, when you have to acknowledge that you have a mental health problem. There's a mental health challenge somewhere, okay? And that person you are targeting isn't really a problem. The problem is you have a very poor mental health problem, okay? You know what? When differences occur, what happens? If you think that you've been you've been wronged, what do? You take it to court, and the courts make decisions, right? And but then, because you have no basis, you are wrong, but you just want controlling other people. And in this case, you wanted to control me. No, it's not possible really to control me. Okay, it is not possible. Because you know what? You just can't budge into my life and think you can control me. I don't know who submitted to that. Maybe you've controlled so many people. They put their heads down. They were fearful of your mental health condition. When you scream, when you shout, when you threaten, I'm not threatened by that. I'll take you on. I'm not physical. I do not do physical fights, but I'll take you on legally. Okay. And yeah, so I just thought to also just talk about, you know, what I was talking about, guys, yesterday. This is part B of that video. So no, I am not moved, you know, and even if you add to numbers, you add to numbers of those people, you think if you bring in this one, you bring in that one, yeah, you've outnumbered me, so what? You know, and you know, I'll be ashamed to recruit an army to come after one person. And if you lot have not learned a lesson that after you've recruited all this army in governmental institutions, I access services in the communities where I live, okay? You've recruited this army, okay? And still you have not succeeded. How weak are you? You are very weak. You are very weak, and I'll tell you why you are weak. Because you don't have a basis for carrying out the harassment. You don't have a basis. If I have a basis of pursuing somebody for what they've done wrong to me, I'll take it to the courts. I'll take it to the courts and I will win. So you don't have you don't have the basis to do so because you are so weak. Okay, so anytime I will win because I'm right. Okay, I'm right. And yeah, some of you believe that your evil, your corruption will cause you to win. No, you won't win. You won't win. Can you not smell the gates of prison? Yeah, those gates of prison are slowly opening up. Yeah, they are slowly. You can park your buses on my window. Okay, you can park your buses on my window, and then and your cars, you know, and then you know, hack the Wi-Fi in the house, and then hack onto my gadgets. You can do all of that. But one thing you need to remember is, whilst you are watching me, whilst you are accessing my stuff, there's the police that are watching you. Okay, and they are recording everything you are doing. Okay, yeah. So guys, if you are innocent here, you are listening to my story. This is my voice. Okay, this is my voice, and I will use it. I'll use it on a platform like such as this. All right, guys. So we don't go out there speaking lies or tell imaginary stories. No, these things are actually very true. And for years, I've had to endure those things, not knowing how to speak up, not knowing, because I also feared that, hey, if I speak up, what will people think? And look where that got me to. But again, it was the right decision, because these people generated enough evidence to the point where the police couldn't miss it. All right. So if you haven't yet been caught, because it's a whole army. There are people who have been arrested that some of you don't even know. Okay. There are people who have been arrested that some of you don't even know. And if you don't know this, I'm informing you now. Okay. As much as you were recruited at some point to do things to me, bad things to me, those people were recruited. Okay. They were caught with a plan, how they were going to kidnap me and to murder me. Okay. After arrest, the police were watching them, and they had things on their phone. They had images of me in my bedroom. Okay. Yeah. So meaning, you know, they had put whatever surveillance in my bedroom. Okay. I don't know what they wanted to see in my bedroom. Okay. So those things were caught on their phones by police. All right. So if you think that you are still watching me in my accommodation right now, there's somebody watching you. You can't cover that footprint. You can't cover that footprint. and the police will soon be knocking on your door. Okay, so yeah, um, yeah, that is what I would like to say. And if you are a member of staff, and in an organization where um, I access services from, trust me, the police have already heard what you've tried to do to me. Whether you work in the healthcare system or any organizational, any or any whether it's governmental organization or whether it's a private organization, okay, police have your eyes on you, and they do have their eyes on me too, because they are trying to find out what is it I've done, who am I, and they found nothing. All you will find on my iPod, on my phones, is pictures of me. Um, you know, it's nothing else, nothing sinister. Okay, but you lot, some of you have child pornography on your phones. Some of you have CCTV. Sorry, you have images of me in my bedroom, right? Exactly, watching me when I sleep, watching me when I'm showering. Thankfully, I don't shower naked because I know what is going on. So you never see my naked body. Absolutely not. Oh, these are the things you say. Oh no, she's crazy. She's paranoid. No, I'm not paranoid. The police that are watching you, they know. They know I'm not paranoid because all that evidence is on the camera. Okay? So some of you are going to lose your jobs. You're going to lose your career. And that corrupt official that told you, she's a liar, nothing like that. To be honest with you, if I were you, I would run for the mountains. I would run for the mountains to save myself. Okay? So, yeah, this is just a continued video that I did yesterday. And right now it's just before, I think it's about 2 o'clock or past 2. So I just thought to take a break from reading my book and then just to do this live stream. In fact, I timed it yesterday. Okay, guys? And yeah, it's part 2 of my video from yesterday. I wore the same outfit, but I didn't have sunglasses on. And so just to make a difference, I just thought I would put, I would put one without sunglasses on, one with glasses on, so that, there's a difference between those. Okay, guys? So yeah, so I'm just sitting up. I think I'm gonna sit up and read some more. And yeah, I'm just reading, guys. You know what? Reading is good. And yeah, I don't know if you read a lot, guys. So I plan, before end of my fast, I plan to finish about 9 books. Okay? Sorry, not 9 books, 10 books. Okay? So yeah, I don't buy hard copies anymore. I store my books electronically. I store my books electronically. So I'm reading a very interesting book today. And yeah, when did I start it? Did I start it yesterday? No, actually, I started it today. And yeah, how many chapters is it? It's about 15 chapters. Yeah, it's about 15 chapters. So just tonight, I want to read about maybe 7 to 8 chapters, and I need to finish that tomorrow. Okay, and then tomorrow I'll start on a new book again. So yeah, that is what I am doing currently. So guys, how are you all doing? Yeah, I'm doing really, really well. I believe that my audience at the moment is actually not in the UK. And well, you never know. People sometimes sit up, and like I'm sitting up. It's not a crime to stay up late. Okay, it's not a crime. So you can be awake and sleep whatever time you would like. But yeah, For me right now, I would have I would have maybe, if I was in water fasting, I would have preferred to um, sleep sleep nighttime and then wake up in the morning and then go about go about my business. But I wasn't going to go about my business with the weight on, the weight that I had on. I wasn't gonna go out for in the summer like that. So it was all winter, and you know what? Nobody's seeing me. I'm not seeing anybody, so I can afford. I could afford that. So yeah, that time is now gone. But come next, come next winter, the next winter coming, I'm not doing that. It is hard work. All I want to do next winter is that. What do you mean? Usually make videos about. So guys, yeah. So anyhow, so next winter I'll just ensure that I am in good shape. Um, and then I'll just start to tone up. And if I put on a little bit of weight, obviously I would want to lose that. But I won't do what I did this winter. But again, if you've been listening to my videos, guys, I was experimenting on the sort of food, what would happen to my body after eating clean for a number of years, and no sugar, low carb diet, what would happen to my body. Another thing, guys, another thing, you know what? Yeah, even though I'd cut out sugar, any sugary foods, any sugary drinks, and being on a low carb, the most carbs I had was from sweet potatoes, as I previously said. You know what? Oil and frying foods it isn't good. Isn't good. You know what? I think for now, okay, I'm going to be baking my fish. I'm going to be baking my fish and not fry it. You see all that oil? Yeah, all that oil isn't good. So yeah, I'm going to be very, very careful. And if I need to maybe cook some veg, I'm going to be using the spray olive oil, just a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. Watch out, guys, for these oils. They are not really good. Yeah, and even for scrambled egg, you know what? I would just rather scramble my egg, put some milk in it, and then just scramble it. So yeah, guys, there's someone standing right behind you. My dear, I'm not scared of anything. I'm not scared of anything. And there's Jesus with me. Okay? Jesus is with me. Whoever is standing right behind me, they are weaker than my Jesus. Alright? So I'm not scared. No, I'm not. Not of any ghosts, not of any witches, not of anything behind me, in front of me. I have Jesus. If you know me very well, you don't be typing things like that. Anyway, guys, so yeah, oh my goodness, so yeah, that is the live stream I thought I should do. That is the live stream I thought I should do tonight, guys. Clearly, you know what? The book reading is actually fantastic, really, really good. And you have to exercise your brain muscle. You know, you have to keep exercising your brain muscle, and just keep reading. Some people hardly read, and it's okay to spend time on social media, but it's also time to it's also good to take time to study. Read your books, because if you don't read, it's not good. It's not good. So yeah, Uh, oh my goodness, guys, I'm so excited. This is day 15 of my water fast. Actually, my last water fast, uh, was it last year? Yeah, I think about, was it September, October, November, somewhere there. I did 17 days. So I was meant to do 21 days. I did 17 days. And the reason why I caught that water fast 4 days, 4 days early, was because I think I was going to meet somebody. I was going to meet my family, okay, for a meal. Okay, so I had to start cutting my fast early so that I could have a full meal. Yeah. So this time around, I'm not taking any I'm not taking any meals, uh, meal whatever, what do you call it? I'm not taking any meal, um, what do you call it? Meal dates with family or friends. So which is good, right? I can finish my, I can literally finish my water fast. So guys, yeah, um, yeah, wow. So yeah, guys, this is part 2 of my video yesterday. So yeah, and I just would like to say to you guys, that I am really, really pleased with the progress that I am making. And yeah, it's I never thought in 100 years that, because I started so late and the weight gain was so much, and I never thought that I would actually, because I wasn't feeling it, I wasn't feeling it. I didn't want to go on a water fast. Okay, I just thought, okay, you know what, come summer, I'll just switch to eating healthy, more fruit and veg, and take, you know, low carb diet, and then I'll lose weight that way. But what? But then it wasn't really happening, because number one, I wasn't weighing myself, as I said before, and because when you weigh yourself, at least you have an idea where you are. But I wasn't weighing myself, so I just thought, you know what, it's gonna be easy, as but no, I'd gained a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And yeah, so when I started my water fast, I just thought, oh my god. And usually, third day of my water fast, I'm like looking skinny already. I'm like looking skinny already. So I'd lost, third day of my water fast, I'd lost a, a certain amount of weight, but I didn't look the way I would usually look when having gained so much weight. So yeah, so even during my water fast, to reach to 15 days today, I didn't think that I'll pull through and finish, because there comes a time, because when you are water fasting, right, you really need to be away from the shops, away from people, because when people are talking about food, and you can't stop people from eating and drinking, right? So when people are talking about food, when people are talking about drink, with the way I was feeling, the temptation is, you know what? I think I can break this fast, and then I'll do it in bits. That would have been the temptation. So I am so proud of myself, so proud of myself that I've lost a lot compared to what I was like 15 days ago. I've lost a lot, but I'll see how much weight I lose the next, how many days? the next 6 days now, 6 days left, I'll see the way I look, how much I lose in 6 days. But I've got my facial features, my pretty facial features back. Yeah, I've got really pretty facial features without the weight on. But you see, the fat deposits in your face. No, I don't like that. I do not like fat deposits in my face. They are disfiguring. They are disfiguring, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm just telling you how I feel with weight. Weight is this weight on is disfiguring. You know, you age like you premature. There's this premature aging where you look much older than you actually are. So I'm glad my facial features are back to the pretty normal self. Uh, you know, so I'm really pleased about that. Yeah, I've got my I've got my cheekbones back. I've got my owl eyes back. Yeah, which is really good. Which is really good. So I think you know yourself. You know how you look, and when you gain weight, you know how you look. And also, for me, naturally, I've got smaller arms, but when I gain weight, I can see. Maybe somebody will say, you know what, your arms are small, but I'm like, no, you don't know my arms when I haven't got the weight on. So yeah, all of that has melted away, thankfully. So, but the job isn't done even after 21 days. That is when the job begins. Now we are going to do another detox. A lot of green juices. Not buying from the shops. No, no, no. Those green juices from the shops are full of sugar. So that they are tasty, so that you can buy them again. So I'll be juicing things like cucumber, leafy greens. Yeah, I'll also be juicing things like the beetroot, okay, guys, and celery, okay, and drinking those in the morning, having that for breakfast. Yeah, so that's really good, especially a lot of greenery, a lot of green juices. Okay, guys, that is what I will be taking for I don't know how many days after my water fast. Okay, guys, so yeah, I'm so pleased. Yeah, but again, remember, guys, those of you that have been watching me, I've been saying that, you know what, so normally what I do is if you listen to my earlier videos at the start, about 15 days ago, maybe 16 days ago, I don't know, when I started to talk about my water fast. Basically, oh, you know what, okay, so you would need to actually find these videos. Sometimes I don't really title them because it's a lot of them, you know, and for the majority of the time I mix up my for example, if I'm going to talk about my water fast, like just on this video, I'll also talk about the things happening to me in the background. Okay, guys, it is awareness. It is also to protect myself, because without this, I'm telling you, some people were planning to to knock me out with an injection, to put me in a suitcase. When the neighbors are watching, they think somebody's carrying a suitcase when it's me in there, and then I disappear. Yeah, these were some of the plans that these individuals had. Mm-hmm. And then they go into these organizations and lie that she's a liar, she's a bad person, she's this, she's that. No, I'm not. I'm not. And I will continue to speak up. But anyhow, that's not the point. The point I'm trying to say is that I do mix up a lot of topics in one video. Yeah, but sometimes it depends. Sometimes I'll just speak up on one particular topic. So yeah, don't be surprised when I title my video in a certain way, but you know, I end up talking about a lot of things. Okay, and also guys, this particular live stream is not for psychiatrists to come and do a psychiatric evaluation. Okay, it is not a platform for psychiatrists to come and do a psychiatric evaluation. Let me explain. We are content creators. Not just me, there's other content creators. And content creators are supposed to be very creative. Okay? Content creators are actually very creative. So if you listen to my videos, I do have a family. Okay? I do have a family. I don't bring my family in. I don't talk about my children. I don't talk about my father. I don't talk about my brothers. I don't talk about my sisters. And yet, I have a family. All right? So, it's not that I bring private life into the public domain. No, I don't. Okay? That is one thing. So the other thing I need to remind you, behind these live streams, I have a whole family, a large family, composed of sisters, brothers. I've got a dad, cousins, aunts, uncles. Yeah, I do have that. You've never heard me one time talk about my sister, talk about my brother, talk about my child did this or that. Never. Okay? So don't bring your psychiatric evaluations here. Okay? So as content creators, we are creative, and some of our creativity comes from, yeah, I'm naturally creative. If I wanted to be a performer, I would have been. Okay? So some of the creativity, it comes from real life. Okay? That doesn't mean you know everything about me. Would I bring my loved ones, or, you know, if I had a husband or a boyfriend, would I? No, I wouldn't. Certainly not. If I had a problem with my child or my aunt, or I wouldn't bring it here. But why would I bring problems that are coming from stalkers? Yeah, because you know what? They are not my relatives. They're trying to harm me, and I'm going to talk about it. So don't bring your psychiatric evaluations here. Go and get proper training. That is another thing I wanted to say. So, content creators are people who are supposed to be creative. They are supposed to be influential. So if all you do here is bring negativity, you're not influencing anybody positively. So you know what? Let people learn from you positive things. Because some of the things I'm saying, right? Touch wood, you do not experience them. Some of you one day will, or people you love will. Okay? And then you will be armed with information that you can use, or you can help somebody you know, whether a work colleague, a neighbor, a friend, a relative, how to navigate that. Especially when your story is too big that some people would rather choose to think that there's something wrong with your mind. Okay? Because they can't comprehend, you know, what you're going through. So, yeah, this is not a platform to do psychiatric evaluations. Psychiatric evaluations are done in your office as a psychiatrist, as a doctor. You don't go on people's platforms, start to listen to what they are saying, and then make an evaluation to that. Because I can tell you that, go to other content creators. You will deem them unstable. You will deem them as needing psychiatric help. Okay? So you just can't, you know, there's, you know, sometimes, right, people who are highly talented, they're difficult to manage. Big talent is difficult to manage. Okay? So you must understand your scope of whatever field of study, you know, don't limit it to, unless you're sitting on your desk and you have a patient in front of you, that is where you do your psychiatric evaluations. You don't go by what people are saying and then going behind people's backs, you know, and watching the social media. That is what is called stalking. It is unprofessional, it is illegal, it is misconduct. Okay? So, content creators, I've watched other content creators, okay, like husband and wife, faking fighting, and they're not fighting, faking a split, and then they're not even splitting. Would I do that? No. And then after that video, you see them next week, like they are lovey-dovey, and I'm like, what is happening here? Is this dysfunction? No, it's not. It's not. It is content creation for views and subscribers. Okay? So that is the other thing, because some of you hardly know anything about content creation. Okay? So be very careful how you approach people. Okay? Because there's so many hateful people that are trying to put things in your head that, no, there's something wrong about this one. Listen to what they say on social media. I would like you to go on social media and find maybe content creators like me. Okay? Yeah. And yet there are other content creators that pick up on stories that have happened. For example, let me give you an example. All right? Let me give you a good example. For example, let's talk about the story that happened in France. That elderly lady who was raped by multiple men, and her husband was the main perpetrator to that, bringing men to rape his unconscious wife, okay, in their home, in her bed. Okay? Now, some people would take videos like that, okay, and they will start to scrutinize the video. Those are reactors. They are reacting. Okay? So they are different types of content creators. And there are some content creators that want to be original. Okay? But even though you are being original, my focus is to inspire. My focus is to educate. My focus is to bring awareness. Okay? So my focus is not to be toxic. So when people leave my social media, you know what? They are worse off than they were. So, you know, it's like giving somebody a meal that is contaminated with whatever. Okay? So for me, I'll be talking about, you know, like the harassment I'm experiencing. Buses parking on my window, and then you have somebody has a binocular. I'm supposed to be opening my window and my curtains. He has a binocular and he has it in my room, in my bedroom. Okay, and if I put my camera on the bus right now, the bus arrives every evening, and there are people in the bus with binoculars, yeah, what, looking, pointed to my window. Guys, subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. Also, hacking the Wi-Fi. That's why maybe they have to come so close. Okay, guys, it's it's unheard of. I know. What are these people looking for? I can't tell you. Even for me, I would have never imagined in a billion years that something like that would happen. But they meant for a kill. Okay? And it's just not going to happen. Alright, guys? So, when I talk about that, I'm bringing awareness. Okay? I am bringing awareness. If it happens to you, you know what to do. If the police don't believe you, if people don't believe you, you know what to do. Okay? It's been happening for years, and it didn't look like I had a voice. And they looked at me, because you know what? When I approach people, I come across as clueless. I come across as I don't put my best foot forward. Okay, and it's just nice to exhibit humility. It's just nice to do that, and then people who don't appreciate that, they then want to exploit you. But it's when that moment arrives, when now I have to say no. You don't know me. You don't know me. And let me not flip around and show you who I am. Okay? This humility is something I choose. I choose to walk in humility. Alright? So, yeah. So, I bring awareness. I want to inspire people. And unfortunately, some of it sounds negative because it is what it is. I can't put icing on a cake full of maggots to make it edible, because that is what some people would like to do. Okay, fine, this is happening to you, but you know what? You don't have to talk about it. Just appear everything. It's like keeping up appearances, Mrs. Bucket. I used to love that program. Oh, it's very old, but I can watch it anytime. Mrs. Bucket. Okay, so I don't do that. Okay, fine. You're telling me to put icing on a cake full of maggots, and then I eat it, and then I'm sick. No, that's not what we are going to do. So that is why because I have a voice, and I will use it intelligently. Okay? Yeah. So those of you, right, with your field of study, whatever it is, be very careful. All right? Don't do misconduct on the job. Okay? Don't do misconduct on the job unless if you saw me coming on a live stream naked. Unless if you saw me coming on a live stream naked. Right? Unless if you saw me coming on a live stream endangering myself, then you would know that something is wrong. Okay? Unless you saw me on a live stream naked, then you have a reason to be concerned. But when I'm being creative over here, please, no. You stick to your job. This is my job too. Okay? This is my job. And at the moment, this is the type of content that I am going to create. And if you are new to this, you know what, you're new to social media and content creation, please try and research. Try and research. There are groups of people that literally create drama, like they are fighting. Okay? And literally, I know they're not actually fighting. They've agreed to have a following it's like drama. Okay, let's say in the UK we have soaps like EastEnders. We have soaps like Coronation Street, Emmerdale. Okay, that is what these people do, and you'd actually think they are enemies when they are not. Okay, that is all just creativity, people trying to create content. All right, and so you know when they're naming each other and throwing daggers at each other, mentioning names, oh, so and so did, what then happens is those followers, right, they go to that person's channel to view what is this person about, because it seems they are fighting. So both parties and all parties involved are gaining new subscribers and new viewers. But in our eyes, we're thinking that's the fight. I don't want that though. It's too much. Because if I wanted to, I would have collaborated with people. And some of you will be coming like, oh my God, you know what Sarah is doing? She's having fights on social media. Yeah, you'd accuse me of that. Some of you'd even be saying, you know what? If you check on social media, she was fighting with that content creator and all of that. When it's something that I have agreed in private, emails, phone calls, WhatsApp calls, so that we do that. And then we have a psychiatrist sitting there and watching me and saying, oh, you know what? She's fighting everybody. No, it's content creation. And I don't have to come here and tell these secrets about content creating, because I still want people to watch. But the things I've been talking about, the stalking, the bullying, the poisoning and all of that, it is a true story. Okay? It is a true story that I am telling creatively. Okay? Yeah. So guys, okay, it's been 57 minutes already. I think, you know what? I need to go back to reading my book. Thank you very much, guys, for those of you that have actually joined me and are listening to me. Thank you, guys, for your continued support. And I do hope that you join me once again tomorrow. But yay, guys, you know what? Today is my 15th day, and I've got 6 more days to go on my water fast. And boy, I am so excited. As I said, my PJs, I bought some PJs before I started my water fast, and those PJs, they are too big now. They are very big, and luckily they are elasticated, and so only the waist, the elastic is holding up on the waist, and yeah, but then the whole thing is actually big. It looks baggy. It looks like it's borrowed. Yeah, so I'm so excited with this progress, guys. And yeah, and if you are there listening to me, or you are going to watch this video much later, you know what? You can do it too. You can do it if you want, before, especially if you are in these cold climates like the UK, before we get to summer. Okay, you can literally do it before the summer. All right, and you'll be beach ready, going to the beach. Okay, so yeah, guys. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's been a whole hour, and yeah, I better go back, guys, to reading my book, and I'll be sleeping most of the day, so that I don't feel hungry, uh, and I don't want to meet up with people because I don't want to break my fast when people are eating and drinking, and also I don't want to get to the shops and looking at food. I would rather just you know stay in my little corner. Yeah, so I'm not tempted to food, to breaking my fast early. So yeah, let me tell you what I'm craving right now. It's not a chocolate right now. The bell peppers, I'm craving those. So it's like I want to slice the bell peppers, all them colors, the tomatoes, the onion, the cucumber, what else? Yeah, the olives, and just snack on that, and just maybe put a little bit of um, apple cider vinegar, just a little bit, and some salt. I think I'm gonna be avoiding even olive oil in my salads. That's the snack I'm craving. So each day comes with its cravings. So at the moment, I'm not craving that. But also, another thing I'm craving, I am craving what is it? I'm craving legumes because I eat a lot of legumes. Some beans, I not the beans, the tinned beans, the beans you soak overnight and then cook them the next morning, right? Yeah, I'm craving those because that's my that's part of my protein basically. Uh, Even though I will eat salmon and fish, uh, it's not all the time. So that is that the beans and the nuts. Those are my main source of proteins. So yeah, I'm craving that a lot, guys. But let me tell you this, guys. The day I break my fast, okay, and I start to eat, I'm telling you, I'm not even gonna eat much. All I have to do is put food in my mouth, and I'm like, okay, I don't even want it. I know those cravings are there right now, but if I were to get hold of these cravings, these foods I'm talking about, trust me, even the chocolate, I'll be like, ugh. Yeah. So that is another strong thing that's keeping me away from food, because I'm saying to myself, Sarah, you've done this before, right? And you want to do 21 days, and then you break your fast before 21 days, like 3 days early. Okay? So, but remember how it happened when you did that? You didn't even want to eat the food. Yeah, so this is what happens. So that is also a restraint. Another restraint is that I know that I can't boil an egg and eat it. That is not how you break a fast, okay? That is not how you break a fast. I have to do it properly. So for me to be able to digest that egg, I have to have digestive good bacteria, digestive enzymes in my system, because my system is asleep right now, not working. So yeah, so that is another restraint. Thinking, you know what? Even if I have to boil some eggs and eat some eggs and whatever, some legumes. What's gonna happen, right? The food is gonna make me sick, right? And we don't want that. We don't want that. So the whole process is After 21 days, I juice my greens, really juice them, not smoothie, really juice them. I've got a juicer. My curly curl, my what do you call it, baby spinach, and other other leafy greens. I juice them, and then I have my what do you call it, yeah, I put it in the bottle, okay, and then I drink that with using a straw, okay, and then I finish it. And then, yeah, maybe the next day I introduce fruit, okay, not too much, just a small bowl of fruit. I introduce that, okay, guys, because you don't want to stuff yourself with too much food that won't be digested, okay. And you know what, it's not good to have you know, like when you have your meals, right, don't eat and drink at the same time. So after your meal, before you have a drink, wait for at least half an hour. I wait for at least an hour to 2 hours, okay. You know why? Because if you eat and drink, you are washing away you're washing away the stuff that needs to digest your food. You're washing it away, and then what happens is that food remains in your stomach, and it starts to, is it ferment or whatever? I don't want to say decompose. Oh dear Lord. Yeah, it stays in your stomach, and then you have a bloated stomach. So drink water at least 20 minutes before you have your meal, okay. And when you're eating, do not drink water unless it's absolutely important that you drink water. Maybe maybe a food is stuck somewhere or whatever, but if not, just eat. And then when you finish eating, don't drink anything, okay. Wait for 30 minutes at least. I wait an hour to 2 hours, and then maybe I can have a hot cup of tea or whatever drinks I need to have, okay. Well, at first it's going to be difficult. So this is why sometimes, you have a bloated stomach, a bloated belly, because your food isn't being digested. You washed away all those whatever that needs to digest your food. You wash them down, So don't let that secrete on the food that you are eating, 'Cause I know digestion begins in the mouth, right? And break down your food, yeah, it begins in the mouth, with all the saliva and everything. And when it gets to the belly, you need you don't wash out the acid that needs to be working on your food. Leave it there, okay. Leave it there, and then you'll find that you find that your metabolism, or you don't keep food in your stomach for longer than it should, and then it creates all kinds of problems. That is another secret. But also remember to eat a lot of fiber, okay. A lot of fiber from fruit, from veg, okay. So for me, like my main what do you call it, source of carb is sweet potato. Sweet potato has fiber, and so you can imagine that when I eat sweet potato, yeah, my the digestive, my food is digested quite quickly. Okay, and that helps with the weight loss. So yeah, guys, some of you that are with me on this weight loss journey, water fast, whatever, these are just some of the nuggets. And also watch out for oil, because you know what, for me, right, I just love omelets. I just love omelets. It's not that because it's the easiest, but I just love omelets. Okay, so basically I want to avoid oil. I want to avoid oil. Okay, sometimes you're wondering where your weight is coming from, like, oh, I'm eating all these I'm eating the eggs, I'm eating, but how are you cooking those eggs? Okay, I'm eating the fish, but okay, what about the sauces you are adding to your fish, right? What's in those sauces? Oh, I'm eating salads, whatever. What have you added to those salads? Those are some of the things that we don't even pay attention to. All right, guys, I think I better go back to reading my book, guys. Yeah, I need to read about 3 or 4 more chapters before I actually go to bed. And yeah, anyway, sleeping daytime will help me not feel hungry, as you know, as I proceed into this water fast. Yeah, some of those symptoms of, really craving for food and all of that, they are coming live. So I'd rather sleep in the day. And yeah, when I'm too tired to even think of food. All right, so yeah, nighttime when I'm up, I don't think about eating, so I'm not thinking about eating anything. So yeah. All right, people, I love you all. Thank you so much. I don't normally sit up like this. Nobody has seen me sitting up like this and doing a live stream. So yeah, that is it, people. That is it. Anything else? Is there anything else I want to say? No, nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else I would like to say, people. There's nothing else I would like to say. So, all right. Good night, everybody. Or good morning. See ya.